made from last week to this season to where, to where nobody would like each other on the team. Like, Woodson doesn't ever seem to call a play. Not that I want him fired, but when Amari says the ball doesn't move, granted, we think about Carmelo, but in watching the Knicks games, no one moves it. JR comes down, one pass shot, jump, a lot of one-on-one. It's like one-on-one the whole time. Jump shooting team, they don't do anything else. I cringe whenever Ron Artest has the ball. I thought that would be a great pickup. I don't really like it.
No, his name isn't Meta World Shot Selection.
No, clearly. I'm happy. Dino, I'm not very happy with him, despite his good game the other night. Bargnani, I'm happy with when he's at the 5, but I don't think that'll continue when Chandler comes back. We have no point guard production. Like, I don't know what to do, and like you said, there's no hope. Like, there's no draft pick, nobody to watch. I don't know what to do. And then I don't know who to blame, because if winning were that big of a deal, it's hard to feel bad for guys that are making that much money. But Carmelo's making a lot of money. Amari's making a lot of money. It's like the team is strapped.
Now, you must know some of these guys, right? Can't you do some undercover work for us? Do some texting or meet up with some guys at a secret location and get us the dirt on what's actually going on?
It's funny. Amari is my man. Like, that's my man. Very happy to see him anytime we're out. So I almost feel kind of bad, like he having to speak about the team in his life. But I'm a Knicks fan since '89. Shumpert asked me to be on his mixtape. Me and Raymond Felton probably got the same ex-girlfriend, I think, but that's for another conversation.
Yeah, you got a lot of those. I mean, I don't know you that well personally, but I know from following you online, you got a lot of those and listening to your stuff.
What do you think? Like, what do you think the solution is? And I called the Knicks having a rough start, along with the Nets being trash as well. And while I don't see the Nets getting good anytime soon, I do think that the Knicks can solve this. I just don't know how.
Here is what I would do, I think, Joe, and it sounds drastic, but I think I would do a legitimate rebuild, something this team has never done. They've always looked for the quick fix. I would start searching for suitors for every player I have of value, including Carmelo Anthony, because I think the question is valid whether you want to give Carmelo that max extension anyway, and whether that's the best way to go about building a winning team, since you're going to be pretty cap-strapped anyway until at least 2015. So I would start shopping around for young players and draft picks.
Well, let me ask you this. Do we want to do that when we have all of that money available, like you said, in 2015? And not only that, like, though we're strapped till 2015, that Amari contract is valuable next year.
Sure, maybe they try and move it next year. I think what they're going to do is this. This is what they're going to do. They're going to try and tread water until Tyson Chandler gets back and see if they can get in the playoffs and roll the dice. And then they'll do whatever they possibly can to re-sign Carmelo. I think it also depends on if Carmelo will take a little bit of a pay cut, because it's that huge max extension, and also how you value Carmelo. Because if he takes the full max, I don't think they'll have room for another full max level player even in 2015. And then you're also a year into the contract before you have that cap room, and you're staring at the other side of 30. I think it's a difficult situation, but if you're telling me, with the knowledge I have and watching this sport forever, what is the best chance the Knicks have at actually giving the fans the team they deserve? I think it is trying a legitimate rebuild, because I think fans will be patient if they feel like they can watch something that is going somewhere. I mean, you watch the Knicks right now, and it's like watching a team running on a treadmill.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Let me say, though, I absolutely hate that Shumpert for Fareed deal.
Well, Shumpert's getting moved, man. I mean, Shumpert's getting traded here because they when there's smoke, there's fire, and you tend to have an owner that seems to make decisions based on emotion sometimes more than logic.
I'd like the Knicks to do whatever they can to try to pry Kevin Love away from Minnesota.
Well, that's their guy that they apparently are targeting in 2015. But then what happens if you're holding the bag after that? Now, look, if you can sign Carmelo and get Kevin Love, who am I to say blow it up at that point? But I don't have that, inner knowledge. That's why you got to get on. You got to get on the text, man. You got to hit these guys up.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do on my end. Just have faith. Knicks fans are loyal. We've been patient. Lord knows I've been patient for a lot of years. So, I mean, I could watch some more losing if I have to. But I got faith in my guys.
All right, man. Just get some of that frustration out in the studio.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm doing. Robin, thank you, bro.
No problem. Joe Budden, you can follow him on Twitter at Joe Budden, JoeBudden. Now your take on what Amari had to say, 1-800-919.